Have you ever wondered what secrets lie in the deepest, most mysterious part of our planet? Well, let's take a dive into the Mariana Trench, Earth's final frontier beneath the waves. If you thought the ocean's depths were just dark and silent, think again. From bizarre creatures to unique geologic phenomena, the Mariana Trench is as intriguing as it is deep. The Mariana Trench, the deepest place on Earth. At the western Pacific Ocean, just between Japan and Australia, lies the Mariana Trench so deep that if Mount Everest were placed at its bottom, its peak would still be more than a mile underwater. This horseshoe-shaped trench is a fascinating geological wonder. At its lowest point, called Challenger Deep, the trench reaches a staggering 36,100 feet below sea level. That's deeper than Mount Everest is tall. It's so far down that if we stacked 361 flagpoles, each 10 stories tall, they would barely make it to the surface of the ocean. The trench itself is named after the nearby Mariana Islands, and it lies right on the boundary between the Pacific and Mariana tectonic plates. 150 million years ago, the Pacific Plate collided with the Mariana Plate, sending one plate sinking beneath the other, forming this massive underwater canyon. Talk about a dramatic beginning. The first dive into the abyss. In 1960, humanity achieved a groundbreaking feat when the deep diving vessel Trieste made its historic descent to the Challenger Deep, the deepest point in the Mariana Trench. The mission marked a monumental moment in oceanic exploration, though it was not for the faint of heart. Imagine the fear and awe of plunging into the ocean's depths, where the pressure is over 1,000 times greater than at sea level. It's a pressure so intense that even the most advanced technology would struggle to survive. Since then, very few have dared to make the same journey. But the big question remains, what lies at the very bottom of the trench? Despite the crushing pressures and near-freezing temperatures, life has managed to adapt and thrive in these extreme conditions. As we explore deeper into the trench's layers, we find bizarre and resilient creatures that have evolved to withstand the hostile environment. From bioluminescent creatures to gelatinous beings, the abyss is home to some of the most fascinating life forms on Earth. The deeper we go, the stranger and more alien the world becomes. So let's dive in and see what secrets the Mariana Trench holds. The sunlight zone. Let's start from the top. The first 660 feet from the ocean's surface are called the sunlight zone. This is where most sea creatures live, from your friendly neighborhood fish to sea turtles, dolphins, and even kelp forests. Yes, plants grow here too. These gigantic kelp forests can reach a height of 150 feet. And they rely on sunlight to make food through photosynthesis. They might be the most productive ecosystems on Earth. The sunlight zone is teeming with life, making it a vibrant, bustling part of the ocean. But don't be fooled. The further we go down, the stranger it gets. Where giants roam. Now, let's venture a bit deeper into the twilight zone, around 3,280 feet beneath the surface. This part of the ocean is only faintly lit, and it gets colder and darker with each passing foot. It's the home to some of the ocean's weirdest creatures. Here, we encounter giant squids. Yes, the very same squids that have inspired legends of monstrous sea creatures for centuries. But that's not all. Keep your eyes peeled for bizarre beings like the vampire squid, not as scary as it sounds, and the Dumbo octopus, which looks like it belongs in a Disney movie, with ears resembling those of the famous flying elephant. These critters thrive in the low-light conditions, making them perfect examples of adaptation to the ocean's strange and shifting environments. The midnight zone. It's getting creepy down here. At around 7,000 feet, we enter the midnight zone, and believe me, it lives up to its name. This part of the ocean is perpetually pitch black, and there's not much going on, except for a phenomenon known as marine snow. No, this isn't the kind of snow you're used to. It's actually tiny bits of dead plankton, fish, and other organic matter that slowly sink toward the ocean floor. It can take weeks for the snow to reach the seabed, providing a feast for the creatures below. And speaking of creatures, the Midnight Zone is home to the weirdest beings. Meet the Dumbo octopus and the vampire squid, two creatures that seem like they were plucked from a sci-fi movie. Because of the extreme pressure in these depths, creatures here tend to be small and gelatinous. It's all about survival. Being light and squishy makes it easier to handle the crushing weight of the water above. The abyss, bioluminescence lights the way. By the time we reach 15,000 feet, we're officially in the abyss, where light is scarce and the temperature hovers just above freezing. This is where creatures start to get really creative. To find food, many organisms use bioluminescence, a fancy word for light-producing abilities. But this light isn't for decoration. Oh no, it's a survival tool. Many creatures rely on symbiotic bacteria to produce light, which attracts prey for the host. It's like nature's version of a neon sign advertising free dinner. Among the luminescent creatures, we find the anglerfish, whose glowing lure hangs in front of its face to entice its next meal. And there's also the Pacific black dragonfish, whose black body helps it blend into the dark depths, keeping it hidden from both predators and prey alike. Talk about a ninja move. The trenches, life in the deepest dark. Now we arrive at the trenches, the deepest, darkest part of the Mariana Trench. At 36,100 feet deep, we're at the bottom of the ocean. And yet, against all odds, life persists. There's not much to look at in terms of large creatures, but there are still surprises. Among the strange animals that call the trenches home are snailfish, cucumbers, hatchetfish, and even a creature known as the sea pig, a shrimp-like being that's about 4 to 6 inches long. They may look like water-filled sausages, but they're alive and thriving down there. Life truly finds a way. But the real shocker: there are underwater volcanic vents at the bottom, spewing sulfur and toxic chemicals. It seems like the last place on Earth where anything could live, right? But here, life flourishes. The creatures that survive here have evolved to withstand not just the freezing temperatures and immense pressure, but also the poisonous gases spewed from the volcanic vents. It's hard to believe, but these creatures are surviving under the most extreme conditions, proving that life can adapt to even the harshest environments. The Challenger Deep, exploring the final frontier. As we reach the bottom of the Mariana Trench, we encounter the Challenger Deep, the deepest point on Earth. This is where the pressure is so high that any container without proper reinforcement would be crushed instantly. The sea pigs and other creatures here are built for survival, with their soft, squishy bodies and ability to withstand immense pressure. Their resilience is a testament to the power of evolution and the adaptability of life. What have we learned? The Mariana Trench is a strange and alien place, a mysterious world beneath the waves that few humans have explored. From the diverse creatures of the Sunlight Zone to the bioluminescent marvels of the abyss and the trenches, life persists in the most unimaginable ways. And even at the very bottom, where temperatures freeze and pressures crush, life continues to adapt and survive. So, the next time you think about the Mariana Trench, remember that it's not just a deep, dark hole in the ocean. It's a fascinating world full of strange creatures, geological wonders, and scientific mysteries waiting to be explored. Maybe, just maybe, we've only scratched the surface of what lies beneath. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Mariana Trench, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe to our channel and join the adventure. Got any questions or fun facts about the trench? Drop them in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And hey, share this video with your friends, because who doesn't love a good underwater mystery? Catch you on the next dive. Stay curious, explorers.